that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check on, go. Check out, squeeze. Put up. Fire.
2nd and 10. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw on second down. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's go.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Rock it. Smooth. Let go. Hey.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Good. Motion. Hey, do.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
57 the mic. He don't know no better. He's checking.
Now the first carry for Bush. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Tight dog.
Come. Go.
This is Bush. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Go! Like, down.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Look at me. Go.
Staying open.
Hustle. Ready.
He'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 49 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. A nice run on first down gets them 6 yards to the 31. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
Got it.
55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
49. Check 49.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Hey, Mike's 15. Mike's 15.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 21.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
2nd and 2. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught...
It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 96 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Go. Bam. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Off the play fake. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Ready, break.
Watch 15. I'm here all day. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert is going to flip one out here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Second and 5. Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert, and his throw here's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
It's just me and you.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator.
Check pass, check pass. Check four, check four. Check 24, check 24.
Be triple.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass.
On the ready.
That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Let's put him on the bus.
Back to throw. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom! Sack, baby! Sack!
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A final shot before break. Herbert. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run it with Bush, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Leo!
On play action, they'll throw. And this one's complete to Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. On first down, it's Bush. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll look to throw here. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Let's go, D.
Now a play fake here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A gain of 32 that time.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Check. Back.
Now.
Try to punch it across with Bush. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Defense wins championships, baby. 50.
Get it.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 6 yards away as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Here we go. 10 over. Hey, foxtrot.
Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Hey, Mike's 15. Mike's 15.
We own them. Hey, look, we're gonna go. Hey. High 7. Deep river.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
C6.
They'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back. Complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Looking to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Back to throw. Herbert. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, Orbit.
Looking to throw. Herbert taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes up.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42, 30, the 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And the Raven first down.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Back to throw. Herbert, he's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. Past the there he goes, left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And to give this time to the tailback. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a fourth down now. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. On fourth down, Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Blue draw quarters. Hey, Zoo. Hey,
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, they'll run with McFadden. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey. Go. 56, Mike. Look at me. Zipper. Mike.
56. Mike's 56.
On third down, Herbert. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. On first down, Herbert. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Looking to throw. Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he rifles one incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Got his target, Samuel. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Tucker with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
They have two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw. Herbert, he gets it to Brown, complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
60 or. I got him. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double. Hey, Sam on. Shit, watch the shit. Now.
Throwing on first down. Herbert, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's going to let it fly, and that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
From the gun, Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that.
And got his man complete. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
Now, I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners
who
had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great